Hello everybody, welcome back to Front Seat. Today I'm going to do two engine jobs. I've never done either of them before, so it's going to be exciting. The first is adjusting the valves and the second is replacing the timing belt. The first one I'm doing because my car sounds like a diesel, like this. And the second job I'm doing because I don't know how old the timing belt is. Now, the previous owner had the car for 3 years and I've owned the car for 1 year. So that tells me that the timing belt is at least 4 years old and it should be replaced in 5 years. So that's what I'm going to do. During this job I'll be helped by the Haynes manual and another manual that I'm going to pick up tomorrow. I'm not really sure if I'm able to do both jobs in one video because they might get very long. So in the case that there's going to be two videos, it's hello, I'm going to do only the valves, or hello, I'm going to do only the timing. But you'll see, it's in the description, so yeah. That'll be fine. The first job is to jack up the car, remove some plastic covers, remove the wheel. One more thing I want to show you. Do you remember my old bumper, which came in the color 50 Shades of Green? Well, there it is. It's still 50 Shades of Green. You remember this damage? While being at a Volvo meeting, I purchased another bumper, second-hand, for 10 euros. I painted it myself. You see, it's not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than the other one was. Of course, this is a DIY job, so there's still some orange peel, of course, and some things that I missed, but it cost me only about 100 euros in total. So it looks a lot better. So I've got the Haynes manual here. Timing belt, I'm going to start with that. Disconnect the battery, blah 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 blah. Remove the alternator water pump drive belts. Yeah, I'm going to do that. And then we're going to need to put the engine and top dead center. Okay, let's first remove the belts. This belt needs to come off and we're going to loosen up this bolt and this bolt over here. Yep, there we go. I got it. Now, because I'm also going to do the valve adjustment, I'm also going to remove the intake of the engine. This is not necessary for the timing belt, but since I'm doing both jobs at the same time, I'm going to remove this. I've already got a video on that because I was painting this. It's from a while back, so if you want to know how you should do that, please check that video. I'll be back when we're going to put the engine in top dead center. And thanks to the noble art of editing, it is now off. So let's continue. Top dead center. So yeah, we need to put the engine in top dead center, which I'm going to do by turning this crankshaft pulley clockwise until those two marks here line up. Okay, there we go. You can barely see it, but the person who did this job before me, I think, or one of the persons, has made a yellow dot on it because it's indeed very hard to see. Now it's better to see, so that's indeed top dead center. Let's see, if the dizzy cap is now removed, the rotor arm should be in alignment with the number 1 HT lead segment. Dizzy cap removed. This should now be in line with the number 1 HT lead segment. So there are the marks over there, and this seems to be indeed spark plug 1 because it's on like this. This is number 1. Yeah, that's true. We need to follow the steps here now. Remove the plastic cover, set the engine in TDC position to number 1 piston, but don't fit the metal locating rod in the crankshaft. Okay, release the clip springs. This one is already missing, so we need to take off this cover. That's fine, we can do that. There's only a few bolts. Okay, so the bolts are out. Now we should be able to remove this cover. There we go. Now this is the old belt, and I'm not sure how old it is. It looks fine, but I don't want to take any risks, so I'm going to remove it, of course. Looking at the pulleys over there, they are very much rusted, so I think it's time anyway. This step is done. We are still in top dead center. These two lined up, so we need to follow this dot here. Unscrew the crankshaft pulley bolt while holding the crankshaft stationary. To do this, have an assistant insert a screwdriver in the stuttering gear teeth through the access hole on the top of the transmission bell housing. but I'm on my own. What if you're on your own? I don't have a minion slash assistant right now, so yeah, I'm gonna have to find another way. Yeah, there we go. And now the crankshaft pulley bolt is out, we can loosen up the crankshaft pulley itself. Now these bad boys can get pretty stuck, so maybe I'll need to have a pulley puller or something like that for it. Oh. Ow! Ow, 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 ow. It's loose. There's a little mark here, which does not correspond with anything, but we'll need it later on. I'm going to mark it just to be sure. Like so, and on the belt as well. And on this one too. Ensure that the engine is still in top dead center. Yeah, still in top dead center. And insert a metal locating rod to engage the crankshaft. In order to lock the crankshaft, we need to remove this bolt here and put a locking tool in, or an 8mm bolt. So I've got an 8mm bolt, so let's do that. Right, it turned out to be a little bit harder, because in order to reach this bolt you need to have an E14 socket, which is the star shape, and you need to remove, if you have an automatic transmission, you have to remove the bolt that holds the transmission stick in place. And now we have to fill this hole with an 8mm bolt, which I have here. We are still in top dead center, and now we have to put this thing here, and this will apparently lock the car or something. So another step done. Check whether the timing belt is marked with arrows to indicate the surrounding direction. Yeah, the timing belt is marked, but we are going to renew it, so we don't need that. Loosen the timing belt tension or nut and turn the tension to release the tension from the belt. Now there's much slack on the timing belt, so we can now remove this pulley, which we're going to replace. We're going to remove the belt. Oh, there we go. That was easy. Right, and there they are. Okay, I can feel no play in it. So maybe it was good for another round, but we're going to replace it. Now the belt. I'm not an expert on belts, but I think it still looks quite good. Gates, it says, that's nice. I can see no damage, which tells me it's still in... No, it tells me nothing actually. It worked, and now it's going to be replaced. Now I know why this was not replaced, because no one has a 16mm wrench. And here's the new set and the new belt. Now I want to check if they're exactly the same size. Well, they seem to be. So I've made some marks myself, and I'm going to put them on the new belt as well. So there's one over here. I'm going to put it over there as well. I've put one here. Yeah, there's the other mark, the line. Now first let's put those new two pulleys in. This was supposed to go there. Now fit this ring over it. Let's tighten that. Look at it being shiny. Now I'm putting it in from below because I think that's easier. Everything is back in place. Now let's see if we can fit the new belt. Right, so I've got the new belt here. So we have to fit the crankshaft pulley first. Just going to lead the belt over there so it won't get in the way. Let's put this over here. That seems to work so far. Just one more pulley over there. Yeah, there we go. Right. Okay, check with me. That one is up there, right? All the way down. This one is aligned too. Now we need to put tension on the pulley. And I'm not sure how to do that at this moment. I'm very sure that I shouldn't do it like this, but I found a long bar. And I can press the pulley like this. And then I can retighten it. There's tension on it. And now I'm trying to see if I put maybe too much tension on it or too little. I just cannot fit my thick hands in between here, so that will be very hard for me to check. I think that's it, guys. I think that's it. Wrench. This should be 40 Newton meters. But again, my wrench doesn't fit in here. So just gonna do it like this. Right. So the new belt is in place, the two new pulleys are in place. Now let's give it a full revolution and see if everything still lines up. And in order to do so, we need to put back the crankshaft pulley. Now this bolt over here must go out. So I've taken the bolt out in front of the engine. Don't forget that. Now let's see if we can give it a full revolution. Okay, the truth of the moment. Am I going to hurt myself again? No. Hehehe. Okay, I think I know what went wrong here. A certain individual, also known as me, put multiple of these little marks on the timing belt, which is why I thought that this was top dead center, but it isn't. It's this. I should have watched that. And not this. So this is now top dead center, the camshaft, and this little mark here is also at top dead center, which tells me that it worked. I'm going to give it one more revolution because you need to do two according to the Haynes, so we're going to do that and see if everything still lines up then.
A few moments later.
Almost top dead center. And almost top dead center. So, okay, this went well. We can get this out of here now. Oh no, we still have to have it in here because we need to put the crankshaft pulley back. Yeah, guys, I think that worked. I'm not going to be able to start up the car yet because, well, it's all in pieces. But this seems to have worked. I'm going to put it back together. Right, so the crankshaft pulley bolt should be torqued to 95 Newton meters. Yeah, there we go. Okay guys, I'm not sure if this is the end of the video or there will be another end, but this part is done. I think that concludes this video so far. Next time we're going to adjust the valves as I promised. So thank you very much for watching and see you again next time. Bye bye.